hello, and welcome to the show of Wrestling with Entertainment, the only audio experience on the web today. Previewing and reviewing the latest shows from WWE, AEW, New Japan, and everything in between every Saturday, and interviewing all your favorite wrestlers every Tuesday and Wednesday on YouTube and Castbox, sponsored by Rogue Energy and Trail One Coffee. I am, of course, your host, that guy, James J., alongside the leader of Squash Squad, Kalito Yachts.
I'm stranded on this train. Like Yoshihashi's chances of winning his block is stranded in the New Japan Cup.
And the late American Scooter Dust, but he should be here a little later. It was a good week for Wrestling Wit as we interviewed Aaron Ash on Tuesday and Riley Matthews on Wednesday. Two incredible interviews. Obviously, Riley was our 200th episode ever, so just racking up those interviews. This upcoming Tuesday, we have Eden Rise from the UK. If you liked our interviews with Vicky Two Thumbs and Andros Shea, you're going to love this one as well. This dark part of Ignatic, and he definitely does things disappointing. He even has a couple of ghost stories. We talk Attack on Titan, video games, and so much more. And this upcoming Wednesday, we got Sabrina Kyle, Canadian from Canada, opened her own wrestling school, the first, I believe, female owned and operated school in Canada. And we talk about that, her career, Batman, and so much more. If you don't believe me, here's some clips now. Ever had a paranormal experience? Because I know Vicky's had one. A few, actually.
Yes. Have I had one? The one that pops in my head first is my mum had one. So she said that she had a dream with me in it, waking her up or something, and then she woke up and saw someone at the end of her bed who she believed was her mother. It was that one. Have I ever had a paranormal experience? Because I do believe I do believe there is some paranormal activity in the world. It just seems like it would happen, and I don't think I've had one. Unless my paranoia acts up and I see something fall and I'm like, okay, what the hell? Can I swear? Yeah, I'm like, what? Like, what the fuck is going on? Why is that just falling? Like, for the longest time, I had like LED lights behind like where I sit, and I would hear noises and I'd turn around like months and I never noticed. But it was like the LED lights slowly falling down, and I never realised until it all fell down. So it was just months of me turning around like, what the fuck? What was that? So yeah, paranoia probably sets me off.
So I did the northern tours.
Oh, Tony Candela.
And no, I did the ones with Ernie Todd.
Okay.
So we did like the most northern tip of Quebec. We flew out there and we got stranded because of fog and other things. But when you're on those tours, like, people think it's real, and we needed police escorts to get back to our hotel. But when we were on one of those tours, I took my own vehicle and I had a Lincoln Town Car Executive Series, not the type of car you're taking on these roads. And my airbags went on the James Bay Highway, and we were like basically riding on the ground for hours until we could get into a town to get it fixed. And my catalytic converter started on fire also on the James Bay Highway. On those tours, I had like 4 tires blow. It was insane. Like, all throughout the 2 months we were we went out for a month, and then we came back, and then we went out for a month again. So it was like those tours were crazy. Also, we had like just randomly we were stuck there on one of the roads because there was a bear just sitting in the middle of the road, and like we couldn't go anywhere.
Right, and on August 8th, we have Desi Dorada. The 9th, we have Sean Regan Keegan. On the not the 20th, on the 15th, we have Austin Lane. On the 16th, we have Jack Talos. And on the 22nd, Lumberjack Larry Woods. So, big interviews coming this August. Alright, now that we're done putting ourselves over, we're going to do something a little different. It's a great day for wrestling, because we are wrestling with New Japan Pro Wrestling G1 Climax 33 Preview and Review. It was the last 2 weeks, and we still got 2 weeks to go. We're going to do some reviewing of the last 2 weeks and the points and who's where and what, and then obviously preview what's coming up. So we got an A block. No. Yeah. We'll start with C block and E block. We'll start with C block. Hanai is at 1 win, 3 losses, 2 points. Evil is at 3 wins, 1 loss, 6 points. Shingo Takagi is 2 wins, 2 losses, 4 points. Mikey Nichols is at 1 win, 3 losses, 2 points. Tomohiro Ishii is at 1 win, 3 losses, 2 points. Eddie Kingston's at 2 wins, 2 losses, 4 points. And Tamatanga is at 3 wins, 1 loss, 6 points. David Finlay, 3 wins, 1 loss, 6 points. Alright, Kaliko, anybody stand out of C block so far for you?
Evil. Because it's weird. I mean, it's like a three-way dance between the former Bullet Club members, former and current Bullet Club members, with Finlay, Evil, and Tonga, and it literally could go either way, and that's interesting because it's pretty much like Tonga's on the revenge, Evil's trying to be the leader and or be his own man, and Finlay is the man right now. So it's going to be interesting down the stretch how that one's going to fare out. Honestly, this was probably the wild card one where we couldn't really define who could win, right? And if I remembered correctly, I think I did pick Finlay.
I had Finlay.
But I think I picked Finlay too, because they usually have one damn Geiger, and he's the one. So yeah, it's anybody's suit. Ishii is actually rather disappointing, but I mean he's usually in it as a guy that can give solid matches. Mikey Nichols has his welcome to the G1 experience. Eddie Kingston, same, but he's actually doing better, and he's probably equal with the former heavyweight champion. So it's kind of weird how that shapes out in Block C because it was a bunch of people that were trying to find their identities or solidify their identities as who they are in New Japan. So
You know, I kind of agree. I don't think anybody really saw Evil doing much of anything in this tournament, and he's one. He's not leading the block, but he's up there with Tamatanga and Finlay. I think, well, actually, they're all tied, I believe.
yeah, so it's going to come down to the wire, and I think I'm trying to remember. Did we do Finlay versus Tonga, right?
Yeah, that was the last one. Tama took
And
the victory over Finlay.
So technically, Tonga has the tiebreaker.
But Finley has the tiebreaker over Evil.
Right, but the thing is, it doesn't matter until Tonga and Evil fight.
They
So
did, I
whoever wins.
believe. Evil beat Tama.
Oh my god, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, so he has tiebreakers over the two other leaders.
So Evil is literally in the lead.
Yeah.
So it's Evil's block to lose.
Essentially. But I mean,
Because all he has to do is win out and ensure that either Finley or Tonga loses.
I mean, actually, no, okay, I'm getting confused. So Finley beat Evil, and Evil beat Tama, but Tama beat
And
Finley.
Tama beat Finley. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay. So it's literally like the tiebreaker is going to be against other competition rather than rather than themselves because they all beat each other.
honestly, the match with Evil and Finley was kind of disappointing because it felt like they were going to do something between Bullet Club, finally break the the House of Torture off of Bullet Club, and then literally nothing happened.
Well, I knew that wasn't going to happen.
Um,
That wasn't going to happen unless it had like some consequence, something of significant consequence.
it was the most we got out of it was Finley said, "Keep your friends close and your enemies closer," and that was it. That was the end
Yeah,
of that. The pin.
pretty much.
All right, let's get into D Block. Let's see. Hiroki Goto is at 2 wins, 2 losses, 4 points. Alex Coughlin's at 1 win, 3 losses, 2 points. Um, Hiroshi Tanahashi is 2 wins, 2 losses, 4 points. Toriyano 0 wins, 4 losses, 0 points.
Mm.
Naito 2 wins, 2 losses, 4 points. Shane Hayes 2 wins, 2 losses, 4 points. Zack Sabre Jr. 3 wins, 1 loss, 6 points. Jeff Cobb 4 wins, 0 losses, 8 points. I'll tell you this: I did not think Yano was going to go winless as of right now.
They're finally figuring them out. We finally all this shit.
I guess so. It's odd, honestly. It's really odd.
It, it is
Well,
odd, but then
oh,
again, you can. But the way he was winning, you can only do that for so long, right?
I guess you're right. But I mean, look at who's leading the block. You got two Gaijins, Jeff Cobb and Zack Sabre Jr.
Jeff Cobb is surprising, but then because that's a hell of a bounce back from his last G1.
Well, I mean, he's done very well the last two G1s.
True, but I'm just saying like the steadily improvement. But the problem is that they always have one person that starts off really hot and then fizzles down the stretch. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. Who is that guy? And then they got because it's a lot of people in the middle of the pack. The difference between 3 and 1 and 2 and 2. It's too many 2 and 2s in there.
Right. So like Naito, Shane Hayes, there's a lot of 4 points in here. So
It's a
the
lot of 50-50s. So somebody's got to break out of that pack, and by breaking out of that pack, it's got to come at the expense of Cobb. So that's what I'm trying to figure out, or to Xavier Jr.'s benefit.
what about we're being joined by Scooter Dust.
No, I am actually Pooter Dust. Scooter Dust's evil twin. Scooter Dust is currently busy bleeding out in the bathtub.
I thought Scooter Dust was the evil twin.
We're all evil twins.
Then doesn't that make you just a twin? Well, anyway, what are your thoughts on Jeff Cobb leading D Block?
Yeah, it's really surprising because I thought I really had to, I really thought that the the front runner of D Block would be your mom, but no.
Fuck you.
Well, oh, this is a very interesting question to hit you with right off the bat. I will explain later off the air.
Do we need to get a sponsorship from Bluetooth? If that's what you're asking, if you're saying.
No, I mean, put it this way. Frankie Kazarian already wants to kill me.
Oh,
I might have somebody else who wants to kill me too.
Well, tell him to get in line.
Oh my god. Cobb in first place is it's a red herring, clearly. A ZSJ is, and God, even with the last night being ZSJ and Naito, if if Cobb gets one more win and Sabre loses one more, Cobb takes D Block automatically.
I mean, we were talking about Yano not having a W yet, and it wouldn't be out of the question if he was to fuck up Cobb's G1 and take the win from him, make it imperfect for him. Kaliko?
That's it.
I mean, that would be like the Yoshihashi Omega spot.
More or less. But that wouldn't mean.
Hmm.
But I'm saying like Cobb won't win the block.
Well, I
Because
mean,
of it.
but we're back. We're back to two people from each block. We're not back to yeah.
It's complicated.
Yeah, no, it's actually not. It's the top two in each block now
That's true.
this year. So
Let's get into B block. Yoshihashi, 2 wins, 3 losses, 4 points. Taichi, 3 wins, 2 losses, 6 points. Tangaloa, 2 wins, 3 losses, 4 points. Great Khan, 1 win, 4 losses, 2 points.
you're really doing them out of order.
El Phantasmo, 2 wins, 3 losses, 4 points. Kenta, 2 wins, 3 losses, 4 points. Kazuchika Okada, 4 wins, 1 loss, 8 points. And Will Ospreay, 4 wins, 1 loss, 8 points. The thing that surprised me about this is Taichi at 6 points. Doing very well in his block. No, Kaliko?
I'm sorry, I lost reception. So you talking about A block?
B block.
B block. Well, B block for me, it's interesting because now with Osprey beating Okada, it's Osprey's block to lose. I mean, he can't fuck around.
Well, I mean, I'm
Um,
assuming
Yo-
Okada and
Yoshihashi has 2 more wins than he needs to, but that's a whole other conversation. How has he got 2 more wins than Yano? Is beyond me, but okay. Another argument for another day.
I
But
mean,
yeah, it's Osprey to lose now.
I feel like the Osprey's win over Okada this past Thursday it just solidified
Yeah.
that Okada's going to win the block. Because Okada isn't dropping
Right.
two losses to Ospreay. Because more or less, unless there's some clusterfuckery to go on, it's going to be Ospreay and Okada going up against each other for the block win. And
No, they're
Okada's
not. Have you seen the brackets for the the playoffs, if you will? It's first one in A block versus second one in C block. First one in B block versus second in D. First in C against second in B, and first in D against second in A. So if we were taking B block, it'd be Osprey against currently right now Osprey against ZSJ.
ooh, this is so confusing.
Well, if you look under the Wikipedia page with
Okay,
the table for the matches, the format for the quarterfinals and whatnot, it's right there.
I'm on their website, New Japan's. Um, okay, so that changes things a little bit, but I mean, okay,
And
but yeah, I have no idea what I'm going to say now.
uh,
Well, I think you're thinking that Okada was going to win the group, but it's just basically like a World Cup where the top two make it and then they just play off.
yeah, but Okada would, if the standings were as they were right now, would be Okada Finley.
Okay, it's
And
interesting.
Okada could beat Finley. He mopped the floor with Finley's skull.
And Sonata is officially locked in a first place in Block A already. So
I know. Surprising. I'm just like hoping that they don't fuck him over.
You feel surprised that Okan only has 2 points in this whole thing?
Mm, not really, because he was kind of in a. Other than Yoshihashi, that block is stacked.
Yeah, sure. I think his only win was against ELP.
I mean, we can. There's a lot we can. There's a lot of guys we can rule out already uh,
I mean,
since A and B we can rule out half the block already. So
and let's get into A block. Suda Umno is at 2 wins, 1 loss, 2 draws, 6 points. Chase Owens at 2 wins, 3 losses. Um, Akaido Kiyomiya is at 2 wins, 1 loss, 2 draws, 6 points. Gabe Kidd is at 2 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, 5 points. Hikuleo's at 2 wins, 3 losses, 4 points. Yoda Tsuchi's at 1 win, 3 losses, 1 draw. Sonata's at 5 wins, 0 losses, 10 points. Renarita's at 0 wins, 3 losses, 2 draws, 2 points. Um, Personally, I thought Yoda Tsuji would have done a lot better than he has. And it does seem like there's a lot of clusterfuckery in A block with experimentation of what they can and can't do in G1s.
oh my god, 2 odd number points totals. Oh no!
Well, I mean, it has A block has the most draws in the G1.
Yeah, and it has the only two with odd numbered points,
Yeah.
which
So
means which means I would put money on them pairing Kid and Suji for a match. Come the night of the finals, based on that alone.
I don't think Suchi could do it at this point.
Oh no, I'm saying I'm saying they'll book Kid and Suji based on the fact that they both have odd number point scores.
Oh, okay.
They'll book them for a one-on-one match on the final night, or rather, the night of the finals.
What about you, Kaliko? Your boy Sonata is doing the best he's ever done in the G1.
I know, and I'm leery, but I feel like when the A block was given, I was like, there's no way he better not lose any of these guys
Well,
because it was just a gap. The gap between him and everyone else in that block is so great.
well, as of right now, if the standings were to stay as they are, it's Sonata Evil.
Interesting.
Which would be very interesting because that has history. And even when they were even when Sonata was in LIJ, they used to go at it. So, but this is a different Sonata, and Evil's kind of been stagnant for 3 years. So we'll see who's gonna be the man of that one if it holds pace.
You know, this reminds me of something you always an argument you always made, Kalika, and that's there's always a theme, and I'm wondering if there's a theme to the pairings for the yeah the I hate calling them playoffs, but
I mean, you could simply
Essentially, it's playoffs.
yeah.
Essentially, it's playoffs. Yeah.
I mean potentially Sonata Evil. There's history there. Osprey's ESJ, history there.
Yep.
Finlay Okada. Okay, maybe that's a stretch. And if it were to end Cobb uh, Kiyomiya.
I don't think there's any history between.
Yeah, I don't think there is there either.
Yeah. But, I mean, New Japan's always been, like, as Kaliko says, it's always been great at running it back and reminding you why these guys hate each other in the first place, even if they haven't touched in years. So, yeah, it would be cool to see Evil versus Sonata. I think he would be the biggest baddie Sonata's wrestled since he's won the title. Because as of right now, he's only really wrestled young lions coming back from excursion.
True, but that theme would be old faces, new places.
Very true. Right. Let's get into the preview of what we got coming up next. And July 30th is the next event. It is C and D block matches. Let's start with the C block matches. Hanare versus David Finlay. Kliko.
Finley, because they got to keep that three-way dance till the last night.
Oh yeah. Scooter.
I I think no, I don't think they're going to nail it down. I think they're going to bring it down to two. So one of the top three is losing. I would not be surprised if it's Finley, but I will say Finley.
I'm going Finlay as well. Mikey Nichols versus Eddie Kingston. Kaliko.
Uh, two first timers. I mean, Kingston's performing better than he thought. Um, with that being said, I wouldn't be surprised if Nichols fought him. Kind of gives that title more challengers.
Scooter.
I mean, if Kingston wins, he's in contention. That's a, that's a bit scary to me. Because I'm wondering if Eddie Kingston kind of has a death wish. God, I gotta go with Eddie.
Gotta go with Eddie as well. I feel like he has two viable um, opponents, and he's probably going to drop one to Finley down the stretch. So,
And AEW is probably banking on the fact that they can push him based on his success in this.
no. You would have thought that.
No.
You would have thought that
See Jeff,
when
see Jeff
Willow.
Cobb. See Jeff Cobb and Willow, yes.
Well, I mean, Jeff Cobb has had what, 2 matches?
Did he even have
In,
two
in,
matches?
he had one against Mox in AEW. In fact, his first match in AEW was against Mox. And for I think he had the thing of the first Forbidden Door, but
Forbidden Door doesn't count.
uh, Kingston's gonna finish near the top, at least the top of the middle.
Because he won the title.
Above average.
Yeah.
So, he said, I mean, AEW will call that success in the G1 for an AEW superstar and go on their merry way.
Next match, Tomohiro Ishii versus Evil Kaliko.
Evil.
Scooter?
I think Ishii is the one that screws it up for Evil. Ishii.
Ishii does usually screw it up for somebody. And I know that he really hates Evil, but with the numbers game, I say Evil. Alright, Tamatonga versus Shingo Takagi. Kaliko.
Now this is where I think Tonga's gonna be kinda iffy. Because I'm gonna go to Takagi.
Takagi or Tonga?
Takagi.
Alright, Scooter?
Takanga.
Takanga
Yes, that.
forever.
Dun 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 dun. Cracking myself up here. Tonga.
Back in '95.
I'm going with Tama as well. He's doing well, Shingo isn't. Continue that momentum.
Poor old Papa Shingo.
Alright, D Block. Toru Yano versus Jeff Cobb Kaliko.
Oh my God! If there was one person who could fuck it up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I just because I feel like Cobb might fall back to the pack. So yeah, no.
Scooter?
Thing is, Cobb has 2 more matches, and he needs one to clinch. Has there ever been a consistent 0 finisher that wasn't, an injury?
Just the other
Mm,
day, Kiyomiya and Kid got a double count out.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Has there ever
like,
been somebody
has anybody ever been winless in the
yeah,
G1? I think the last winless person. Ooh,
I want to say
what,
that's Toma.
was it Toma? I thought it was Juice.
Not Toma, Homa.
Homa. I thought it was Juice because Juice had that dreadful G1.
but he'd have like
couple
at
years
least
ago.
1 or 2 wins.
Wow.
So if they're all, I mean, they usually get one. So that's why I say Yano. I mean, if Yoshihashi, prime example, Yoshihashi didn't win one goddamn match until he beat Kenny fucking Omega. I think that's
His life started after Kenny Omega.
pretty much.
I think Yano is going to win this by either count out or disqualification. It's not going to be, by clean means.
Do you think Cobb's going to be so cocky that that's his undoing?
Not even that. It's just Yano was very sketchy, and if you're not up to it, then he gets you. Whether it's the tape, whether it's the Chinese handcuffs, whether it's the scissors, whether it's
Chinese handcuffs? Are they different? Are they different from American handcuffs?
those ones that you put your fingers in and you can't get
That's
them
a
out.
that's a finger trap.
Finger
That's Chinese
trap.
finger trap. Or as some would call her, an ex-wife.
Well, whatever you wanna call it, he's used them, and knowing Yano, he could pull it off.
By the way, 2014 Hanma is the last winless G1 participant.
Called it. But you going with Yano or Cobb?
I'm going with Cobb.
Okay.
Cobb to clinch.
Tetsuya Naito versus Alex Coughlin, Kaliko. Oh, did we lose Kaliko?
Maybe going through a tunnel.
We lost him on that midnight train to Georgia. Woo-hoo.
He's leaving on the midnight train. And before that, 2006, Naofumi Yamamoto.
I don't even remember Yamafuchi Yamanomoto.
It was 2006. So
Oh,
I'm surprised.
2006, okay.
And 2005, Togo Makabe.
Interesting. I think he was the champion at that time as well. Alright, Scooter, Zack Sabre Jr. or Shane Hayes?
Wait. You just went right,
Oh, no.
after.
No. Naito or Coughlin?
Naito takes so long with his entrance and to remove his gear that Coughlin turns into a skeleton by the time Naito is ready.
I believe that was the match with Yano.
The Naito for damn. Yeah, I can't say Naito because if he wins, he's in contention, and that changes everything quite a bit in terms of the potential. So I wouldn't be surprised if Cobb loses twice, and it ends up being a 3-way tie between Sabre, Cobb, and Naito, and one of them is given a position based on the technicality. So I'm gonna be devil's advocate here. I'm gonna go Coughlin.
I would just say Naito, but he hasn't had the best G1, and an easy win against Shane Hayes, and he lost. So that being said, I'm still going with Yano. Naito. Still going with Naito.
Man, it's so powerful if he'll win a match he's not even in.
That'd be incredible. Did we regain Kaliko? Probably not. ZSJ versus Shane Hayes. Scudo.
ZSJ.
I agree. And the last match, the main event of the 30th, I believe. Yeah, 30th. Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Hiroki Goto. Don't think it really matters at this point, but who wins, Scudo?
Well, I mean, whoever wins is in second place contention, so.
I don't think anybody honestly believes that either one of these guys could actually win the G1
Well,
Championship.
considering who Goto has on the final night, who Tanahashi has on the final night, makes this a very different situation. So I'm gonna say Tanahashi.
Everything is telling me Tanahashi, except for the fact that Tanahashi's won like their last 3-4 matches against each other. I don't think the wins and losses matter at this point when it comes to their record against each other. So, and Goto is tag team champion, so I'm gonna go with Tanahashi. Did we regain Kaliko?
We regained a dog.
Okay, no Kaliko. Okay, August 1st, we got A and B block action. Start with A block. Hikuleo versus Kiyomiya. Scudo.
I don't think it's Kiyomiya who's taken second place here. So I'm gonna go with Hikuleo.
At some point he's gonna have to fall, and I think he's on that path with the whole Gabe Kid match. So yeah, let's go Hikuleo. Ren Narita versus Chase Owens.
It only matters if Owens wins, so therefore Renderita.
Going with Owens, if not a time limit draw. Sonata versus Gabe Kid. This is definitely going to be interesting. Oh, did we regain Kaliko?
Yeah, going through the ocean. Jesus. I mean, it's a beautiful view, but the reception is ass. Anyway.
We got
Yeah, pretty much.
Renarita versus Chase Owens. Who wins?
Jesus. Narita?
Okay, 2 Naritas, 1 Owens. Sonata versus Gabe Kid. Kaliko.
Sonata's running the block.
Scooter.
I mean, it doesn't make any sense for a kid to crap. It doesn't make sense for a kid to knock off the man who's technically clinched the first spot in Block A. So Sonata.
I'm going to be controversial here and say it's a double count out.
Every time we've said that, it's been wrong.
Well, I'm trying to make it right this time.
That
No,
only
he's
works.
been low key hating on Sonata though. He's been low key hating.
That only works with the WWE. We only can speak things into existence with them.
Well, we shall see. I'm calling double count out Gabe Kid and Sonata. Okay. Shota Uno versus Yoda Suchi. Kaliko.
Somebody's got to win the eighth, get the second place. So
Going with Uno. Scooter.
Shota being Mox's new prodigy, I think Shota's the one who's gonna get that second spot in A block. So Shota.
I want to say with all my heart Yoda Suji, but it's just not happening for him in this G1. So yeah, Soda. Alright, B block action now. Great Khan versus Yoshihashi. Liga.
Great Khan versus Yoshihashi. Please let it be Great Khan.
But usually we just do event.
I
He
mean,
can't,
unanimous.
he can't say it anymore now that he has a title.
Ah. So more unanimous Great Khan, correct?
No.
How dare you?
Hey,
How dare
there's only one person I say fuck to, and that's not Yoshihashi. I'd say, you know what? Fuck Yoshihashi anyway, but he's still gonna win.
Taichi versus El Phantasmo. Kaliko.
Ooh, Tai Chi. Phantasmo's too light in the ass.
If Taichi wins, he's in second place contention, possibly even first.
This is correct. Alright, Tunga Loa versus Will Ospreay.
Ooh, Osprey. He cut that promo. The only reason I say that Osprey's not going to win this block because the way he cut that promo is almost like he won the Super Bowl, and that was not a good thing.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like Tunga Loa could be a major spoiler.
Here's the thing. I mean, Okada is like finish first or don't finish at all kind of guy, and you know him winning a second place spot, that just doesn't seem like him.
Which to me is it's like insert when Omega finally beat Okada, and he was so high that he beat him that he couldn't focus on the next match. I feel like that could be Osprey.
And I think, and Osprey is a victim of this, getting too cocky and coming off a big win over Okada, overlooking Tunga Loa, and getting an L from him. So I say it's interesting and Loa wins. What say you, Studo?
Osprey to clinch possibly. I know Osprey. Oh God. Uh, yeah, Osprey to clinch.
Okay. In the main event of August 1st, I believe, Kazuchika Okada versus Kenta. Who wins, Felipe?
Ooh, Okada. Sorry, Kenta.
Scooter.
Kenta is the spoiler here.
I'm going with Kenta as well. He's on this win-loss streak. And if he loses to Okada, then it fucks that whole scenario up. So, Kenta.
But you're betting Okada to lose two in a row?
He might not lose. He might get a draw, or he attempt to win by nefarious means.
That's still a loss, huh? Still a loss. Still a loss.
I mean, he can afford it at this point, Okada. He's still in contention. Alright, we are on August 2nd. D Block action. Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Alex Coughlin. Kaliko.
Kinda don't matter, but
Mm,
Tanahashi. It's too popular.
Scooter?
keep in mind, we could have at least we're gonna have at least one more person in second place contention by the time the second gets here. So whether that's it's not going to be Shane Hayes. So you know what, Tanahashi, and I think Tanahashi gets to 8 points here.
Um,
D Block may very well have its own little mini playoff.
you know what? Fuck it. Alex Coughlin. He doesn't. Tanahashi doesn't do well against new people, and he's a new person. So let's go with Coughlin. Alright, Toriano versus Shane Haste, Kaliko.
Haste? Oh, you know what? Yano, because he's never seen Haste. He can pull that shit on Haste.
Scooter?
This is where Yano gets his win, his only win.
I agree, Yano. Alright, Hiroki Goto versus Jeff Cobb, Kaliko.
If Goto gets the win, he's back in contention. The question is Cobb gonna lose to Yano or Goto?
Yano.
So he'll beat Goto. There you go.
Scooter?
I think Goto stays at 4. I think if if Cobb gets the 12, then none of it matters. So, God. Yeah, screw it. Goto.
I'm going with Cobb. Uh, Tetsuya Naito versus Zack Sabre Jr. Who wins, Kaliko?
Ooh, depends on the Naito we get. Shirt on or shirt off.
You're not wrong about that.
Shirt on, it's like, man, fuck this shit. Shirt off, he's in it. With that being said, I don't see, considering it's an 8-man field, and A block is going to be Sonata and somebody, B block is going to be Osprey, Okada, C block is going to be Finley. I don't see Zack Sabre Jr. being. I don't think they're going to put a gang of Gaijins in. So Zack Sabre Jr. takes the L.
Scooter.
Ow. Yeah. I put Coughlin Naito, which would put Naito out to begin with. ZSJ will already have 8 points by this. You know what? ZSJ.
And I'm going with Naito. Alright, we got C block action next. Mikey Nichols versus Evil. Kaliko.
Not Mikey Nichols. That's a damn sure.
Scooter.
If I had a quarter for every time I heard Mikey Nichols, I'd have 1 quarter. Evil.
I agree. Evil. Tomohiro Ishii versus Hanai. Kaliko.
This one
Ooh,
doesn't matter.
Ishii. Yeah, at that point it won't matter, but I still think Ishii with for dignity.
Scooter.
Double count out.
Fuck you. I'm going with Tomohiro Ishii.
And I'm going to the bathroom.
Tama Tonga versus Eddie Kingston. Who wins? Kaliko.
Now this is interesting because Tonga already beat Finley. He's gonna get his redemption shot at Finley. With is he gonna go for 2 titles? No, Eddie Kingston.
Scooter.
Philadelphia's favorite fat boy, Eddie Kingston.
Agreed. Eddie Kingston. In the main event of the second is Shingo Takagi versus David Finlay. Who wins? Kaliko.
Ooh. I feel like Finley's too light in the ass, so I'm gonna go Takagi.
Scooter.
He is Takagi. First name is Shingo. His name is Finley, and he doesn't exactly like to fight. Triple counter. No, Takagi.
Yeah, I could see Takagi winning this. Let's go with Takagi. Alright, I believe that is all the matches up to next Saturday when we record the show. So that will conclude our coverage of the G1 Climax preview and review for now. And we are wrestling with the news. Earlier this week, it was reported that the bidding war for Russ has concluded. He has signed with AEW.
Bidding war. Oh, thank you. I haven't laughed like that since I was a little girl.
Kind of anticlimactic, no?
Yep. And Uncle Climactic.
I think that's what he was going for.
I mean, I feel like he could have did great things in WWE, but apparently, if you believe in rumor and innuendo, AEW offered him a shitload of money to stay.
From what I heard, it was the loyalty, because, Vatos are loyal.
I heard it was pesos.
I heard that CM Punk actually wanted him to stay.
Punk never wants anyone to stay.
Well, then who is he going to beat if he doesn't want anyone to stay?
And I mean,
Are you saying Punk wants to beat the Rush?
Yes.
But I mean, I get excited for a Rush CM Punk match if it was built properly and not just like a blow off.
Don't
Do
lie.
you really think anything in AEW is built properly from the storyline perspective?
Do you think anybody would get excited over a built-up Rush match? The only way a Rush match would be enjoyable was if Neil Peart came back from the fucking grave and started drumming during it.
I mean,
Or Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker come in, rush hour.
Get those titties out.
it would be he could have really good rivalries in AEW if they don't rush it.
He looks too much like Hector Garza Jr.
Speaking of people they don't use, Santana is apparently working on a comeback. It's been more than a year since the last Blood and Guts match that he got injured at. Um, Rumor and innuendo suggest that he made up with Ortiz, but could anything really put some shine on young and powerful,
Proud and powerful.
young and hungry?
No, proud and powerful. I'm surprised it's not young, rich, and fly.
Um, well, considering the rumors flying around about another former member of LAX, possibly coming to AEW to be part of House of Black at the bequest of Brody King. Of course, I'm talking about Homicide. Brody King wants Homicide in the House of Black. Why? I don't know.
Homicide in the House of Black.
Yeah.
That will go really well.
Brody King thinks he'll do very well there. I want whatever Brody King has been smoking. God, I thought Santana was. I did hear Santana was making some sort of return, but I heard it was going to be a singles run.
I don't know. But just what I heard was that he made up with Ortiz.
I know he made up with Ortiz. I think Ortiz is done.
I mean, they haven't used him since Santana has been injured, so.
But they split, right?
No, there was no split.
Didn't one of them turn on each other?
No, nobody had the chance. Is there any hope for Santana?
Do it now. Do it now.
I mean, I guess that would make as much sense as an AR Fox turn.
Did they really turn AR Fox?
They're doing a thing where he got angry and that he didn't know that he lost control of himself when he broke Orange Cassidy's glasses and nailed him with a forearm. Then Darby came out and was all pissed at him. Like, why'd you do that? You embarrassed me! You embarrassed tiny little me!
Well, speaking of Orange Cassidy, he is now an agent of AEW.
Oh God, who? And so is Scotty 2 Hotty.
Oh, Scotty Pirani's an agent?
Yes, he was Wednesday night's Dynamite. He was given a tryout as a producer, and he is officially hired.
I mean, yeah, he has the credentials. Orange Cassidy, do you really want him putting together your match?
Well, okay. It depends on what AEW's definition of agent is as opposed to producer.
Agent producer, kind of same thing.
You do realize that that probably means that he will be the one putting his matches together.
No, he put together a match between Big Cass and
Big Bill.
the other guy that's big that doesn't do anything, and against Trent Beretta
Oh,
and somebody else. He put together that. Oh, Matt Sydal. Who knew that Matt Sydal actually worked out?
Big Bill and Matt Sydal. What?
Yeah, who knew that they both still worked out? But he put together that match. He fixed it to make it look less like shit? Question mark? No. Coleco. Orange Cassidy as a agent slash producer. Yay or nay?
Depends on what matches he's working. I, but the problem is that AEW is the Wild Wild West, so why the hell would it matter if everybody's just want to get their shit in?
Good point. Speaking of people getting their shit in, earlier this week, Britt Baker wrestled Taya Valkyrie on Dynamite, I believe, and it was abundantly clear that there was a sign in the crowd that says "Book the women better." Um, it's no, surprise that the AEW women have not been booked in the best of light on AEW TV on any of the shows, honestly. But if Lufisto, everybody knows who Lufisto is, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, she spoke out about that sign, saying it's not the booking that's the problem. It's the women backstage causing problems for the girls coming in to get hired. Um, Using a quote that was obviously said to her, the one you called fucking French Canadian asshole.
So they called Malachi. They blamed Malachi Black.
What?
I don't know. French Canadian asshole.
Malachi's from Denmark.
Amsterdam. I know. I'm like, okay, they're blaming PCO.
Oh, you can't blame PCO. He's a great guy.
Yeah, but he's a terrible woman.
And this is the problem.
Big tits though.
What I'm trying to get to is Britt Baker, does Britt Baker maybe have too much say and pull in the women's division, and that's maybe holding a couple of the girls back from doing more?
Wait, are you saying? All right, wait. Who was the French Canadian asshole? Because it's not French.
Lufisto. Somebody called her from the women's division of AEW. Somebody called her, and I quote, a French Canadian asshole.
Oh, that's Soraya.
I don't think Soraya was there when Lufisto wrestled.
It was telepathic.
What?
By the way,
Does that
I
make
gotta.
any sense? Soraya doesn't have enough brain cells to communicate
Oh,
telepathically.
I've got a Soraya story for you after this. So.
Kalika? Oh, I think we lost Kalika. He's in the red. Oh, now he's in the yellow.
Now I'm here. Now I'm here.
What are your thoughts on the drama with the AEW women? Kalika?
I said I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear us?
Yeah. There we go.
There you go.
Honestly, honestly, the women's division ain't been booked long term since its inception. Because to be quite honest, it's built around Baker. But now, if you're having her lose, you got to have people who can carry that division. And it seems like that they don't want to actually solidify somebody from the top of the pack, and it just seems like they're all champions type of vibe, and that's not gonna work.
Well, here's a little piece of something that's connected to it. The fact that the Outcasts are being criticized not for their effort, but the fact that their story ended up being a big waste of time. With Jamie Hayter getting injured, we were supposed to get a women's blood and guts match.
Yeah.
And that, as they say, and I think this is a perfect description. The AEW women's division is on pause.
But I mean, that's not fair. Honestly, that's not fair to any of the girls that are the undercard or even on the B card at this point.
I mean, the biggest thing to come out of AEW's women's division is, and up to this point this year, is Willow Nightingale winning the Owen Hart Cup.
I was gonna say Willow Nightingale winning the strong title, and the only one.
But that's an NJPW title.
Exactly.
But that's, see, you can't criticize another company over something that happened in another company.
The only reason they gave her the Owen Hart title was because she won the strong title, and
But she
saying,
had lost
"Hey,
it
we
before
value
that.
you. Don't go somewhere else." That's the only reason they gave her that title.
You know what? That's a common reason people that they give to get people to stay. You know, title reigns used to be part of contract negotiations.
I mean, it just shows you how
Vader had them in his contract.
it just devalues your. I feel it devalues your superstar, your wrestlers, when they win titles elsewhere. And you could have gave them a title. You could have been the one that gave them that opportunity, but you didn't. Somebody else pulled that trigger and believed in them before you did.
So you're saying you hate the fact that talent is going through a temporary territory form.
No, I just if they win a championship, great, but it doesn't look good on the company that they're actually contracted to. It don't look good on Tony Khan, as far as
I mean, here's the thing. What can you consider Willow Nightingale there competing on behalf of AEW?
I mean, she was AEW talent, obviously,
Did
but
did she ever wear the strong title on AEW television?
I think she did. I think at the Forbidden Door she did.
then uh, then the fact that she won the title at an NJPW event is irrelevant.
Well, what do you think about the issues in the women's division that Lufisto brought up? That the reason girls aren't getting pushed, the reason that there aren't more women in AEW is because there's a top tier echelon that are preventing them from getting there.
So basically, does Mean Girls exist in AEW?
More or less, yes.
Here's the thing. If that's true, then it's not the AEW women who are the problem. I guarantee you that.
What do you mean by that?
I guarantee that that's at least Tony Storm and Saraya.
Do you honestly believe Saraya has that much pull?
Oh, yes. Oh, absolutely. What? It's not Ruby. Ruby's a sweetheart.
No, definitely not. I mean,
Tony, based on what we've seen of her, is very protective of her spot, and once she got it, she's now doing whatever she can to hold on to it. And we're not talking about from a storyline perspective here.
well, who from AEW in the women's division was essentially casted out by the other women? Thunder Rosa. Who has the most?
Thunder Rosa is uh, she's been back in the ring and is set to return very soon.
My point being is who had the most issues with Thunder Rosa? The person that's been there from day one, Britt Baker.
Uh,
You can't tell me that she has a pull when it comes to AEW's women's division.
I would say Tony Storm had more of an issue than with Thunder Rosa than Britt Baker. Thunder Rosa also is no angel in this.
I mean, she's no angel. Yeah, you're right. But
And by the way, and Thunder Rosa was already a success before AEW.
and that might intimidate some of the girls that didn't have as much success before AEW. But I mean,
That's not Thunder Rosa's fault, though.
no, it's not. I don't know. It just seems like some. I mean, a lot of things have to change in AEW.
I mean,
But I think the
would
main thing with the AEW women's division is, unfortunately, the crowd that they bring in, that they pull, don't exactly want to see women's pro wrestling, unfortunately. When something goes wrong in WWE with the women's division, the first thing that trends is give WWE women a chance. Give the women a chance. Every
unless
time AEW has a minute and a half women's match, it's like, okay, great, let's get to John Moxley bleeding.
oh, you know what? You know how you fix this? You send Lacey Evans over to AEW. Then they'll realize how good they have it, and they'll shut the hell up.
Speaking of how good they have it, um, All In is literally a month away, and there is no matches down or end or confirmed. There is only one match rumored, and that is Will Ospreay versus Chris Jericho.
What?
Yeah,
Why?
you tell me, man.
Oh my god. You knew they were going to screw this up. You knew it. We all knew it. We all know it. They're gonna fuck this up. They're not gonna do Punk Omega now.
I mean, even Omega versus Ospreay 3 would have been acceptable.
That I've heard is a possibility.
No, I don't hear that that's a possibility anymore. I see. I saw that New Japan said no to that.
So now, what match, what AEW match can you justify putting in the main event of the biggest fucking stadium on the other half of the planet?
Orange Cassidy?
Just hang yourself now. I mean, good God.
This is not a good look on AEW that they sold almost 80,000 tickets. It's odds are going to be more attendance for the show than this year's WrestleMania.
You know what it's gonna be. There's not gonna be any matches. You remember the scene in Jurassic Park where Samuel L. Jackson tries to break into the computer, and it's the young Newman going didn't say the secret word. That's what All In's gonna be. It's gonna be Tony Khan on the video screen going You thought you were getting wrestling, didn't you, suckers?
You know, it feels like AEW has success despite itself.
And then it gets too big for its britches.
I mean, you sell out with literally no matches confirmed. You don't even know who the fuck's gonna be on that card. But you sell that many tickets.
Because it's the first time there.
Yeah.
And people are thinking, wow, if they think they're big enough for the huge stadium show, then hey, shut up and take my money.
Do we have Kaliko back?
I know this train ride is like from, well, not hell, but it's better than being trapped.
Yeah, years from now we'll be talking about the train ride from hell.
What are your thoughts on
Is anyone drunk and singing to their ex-wife?
Not yet, but considering that we were stuck on this train since 5 o'clock and it is now 8-ish, yeah, I would be surprised.
Kaliko? Your thoughts on AEW All In is almost is nearly a month away. We have no matches confirmed, and there's only one rumored match to be rumored, and that's Ospreay versus Jericho.
I mean, they're just banking on the fact that the people that are going to go are just the loyalists. It really doesn't matter because they have a set audience, a set base, right? So
Again, I still think it's going to be Tony Khan in a clown hat going, suckers.
I mean, unless it's Tony Khan versus Cisco in the thought match, I don't see that happening.
You worship the super hair god.
But yeah, it don't matter. They got a base,
Yeah.
and
Spoilers for everybody.
they're gonna be there.
So more or
They
less,
have a base that's gonna be there.
this is going to be an average Dynamite show on
Okay,
Pretty much.
Wednesday.
I mean,
it's going to be a December
the
to
thing is
December.
that they're asking their base though to go to Wembley and then come back. So it's a bitch. It's a bit of a
Yeah.
bitch.
Yeah, the fact that, oh, you know what? We're smart. We'll put the all out after all in. Because you know what? They'll all be out of a job.
Alright.
The dog agreed.
It's reported that Vince McMahon had spine surgery. Will this be the thing that keeps him out of WWE, or are we going to get a new robotic Vince McMahon?
Death is going to be the only thing, and even then, I think he'll come back as the Grim Reaper.
Robo.
I can see himself now. Grim Reaper.
Yeah. It was me, Death. You know, I thought that you actually had to have have spine surgery. No, I'm sorry. That's have heart surgery. I hear the God, who's one of the many people that Vince hates, or that hates Vince. The head surgeon was Tony Khan. Vince is now a quadriplegic. But he has been pitching that he will have a Stephen Hawking gimmick upon his return.
Oh God! Will you stop it?
Oh, come on. You don't think it would be hilarious for Vince, a catatonic Vince, to go around in a wheelchair with a computer speaking for him? It was me, Austin. Ah, 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 ah.
It honestly wouldn't surprise me if he did do it. Something.
I am Robo Vince.
There you go. Our good friend Chad Gable Stevenson announced where he's going to go, if he's going to Raw, SmackDown, and his choice, he's going to be on NXT.
What a schmuck!
Is this basically WWE saying we have no faith in this guy's wrestling ability whatsoever, and we've wasted way too much money on him, so we're going to just throw him on our B or D show at this point and try and get a couple of dollars out of him?
Hell, they signed his brother before they put his brother on TV before him.
Seriously?
Damon Kemp is his brother.
I did not know that. I don't even
Yeah.
know who David Kemp is.
Damon, why do you think? Why do you think Gable was involved in that NXT Underground segment against Kemp, giving Eddie Thorpe advice because he's Kemp's brother?
Okay. So his first match is going to be against Baron Corbin at the Great American Ass.
You know, I gotta say, Tiffany Stratton has a great American ass.
Well, we could continue down that road, but we're probably going to get canceled. So, let's say
Oh,
the ass is Baron Corbin, as in Jackass.
no. As in, why is this man still employed?
Coleco,
Like,
will Chad Gable Stevenson versus Baron Corbin put great American asses in seats?
being great American seats.
I mean, it's basically to establish if he can interact with an audience, right? Because every time you see him, it's always been like those crazy parade-ish type of introductions. Like they had one at Mania in Dallas, then they had one at random shows. Ladies and gentlemen, Olympic gold medalist
And they play Stars and Stripes Forever.
Gable Stevenson. Yeah, you would have thought he came back from World War II the way that they were parading him around. So,
Yeah. I was wondering why, the WWE channel on Peacock is showing SummerSlam '93 over and over again. And I'm thinking it's remind everybody of how Lex Luger was so patriotic, so we remember how Chad Gable Stevenson.
so Chad gave us 2 gold medals, remember?
I mean,
Never forget.
like they should have done what they did with Mark Henry and like made him wait 2 years.
It's
I
been
mean,
2 years,
it's
man.
been 2 years.
Make him wait 2 more.
It's been
Allow him to
2 years.
allow
Time
him
for
time to develop
ROI.
a personality.
He can only do that in NXT.
And yeah, and you know what? You can only there can only be so many all American former Olympic athletes.
I mean,
We are
come on,
champions.
man. Let's keep in mind. I mean, just because he starts in NXT doesn't mean he won't be great. Charlotte had her first match there, pretty big.
Yes, when it
You
meant
know,
something. When it wasn't on TV in New York.
Yeah. Um, but I mean, it's not a good look that they were looking to put him on a Raw or a SmackDown, and they essentially didn't have enough faith in him in order to get over on their main show. So put him on the show that nobody watches in front of 300 people, and that's not a good sign that he's the next Kurt Angle, no?
See, that's why I would say
well,
put it with Kurt
to be
Angle.
fair, Kurt Angle is one of a kind.
You're not wrong.
And that's the problem. Maybe that's what they're trying to do is delay it so he won't be like so people won't go, oh, he's just trying to be another Kurt Angle. Because the pedigree's there as far as him and Kurt Angle in the wrestling world. So people would naturally assume that. So unless he comes out on a motorcycle with biker shorts, then surprise me.
No, rumor, well, not rumor, but Montez Ford from the Street Profits teased that there might be a heel turn for the Street Profits. And considering that they're one of the most popular tag teams that hasn't been used since April, um, I would honestly get excited for a heel turn for the Profits. What say you, Scooter?
No, no, because then you know what that I hate to say this, um, but when you have a team like the Street Profits with the gimmicks they have, making them heels. That's about as bad as Men on a Mission turning heel.
Wasn't Man on a Mission heels?
They were faces when they started, and then they turned heel, and then we got King Mabel,
Okay.
and then we got Viscera.
And then we got
How do you get somebody over? Give him a name for guts. If that's what viscera means, it means guts. It means the insides.
I mean, it's not even the guts. It's the...
No. When you eviscerate someone, you take out your organs.
What say you, Kaliko? Pro heel turn for the Street Profits or no? Did we lose Kaliko again? Was he here to even to begin with? Okay then. I think that will conclude the news. And now a quick word from our sponsors. So,
Rogue Energy, the only gaming drink company in the world with 4 unique product lines to suit your task at hand, whether it be juices, shakes, smoothies, and everything else in between. Their low-calorie, no-sugar energy formula is the perfect alternative to sugar-filled canned energy drinks and sodas. Their extreme formula provides the most energy, focus, and sports performance possible. Their hydration line offers focus, ingredients without the added caffeine. Drink it anytime you're thirsty. And their shake formula is so delicious. Who doesn't love a cookies and cream, 0-calorie energy milkshake? First and foremost, they've designed every Rogue product line with performance and effectiveness in mind. It is critical that you look at the nutrition panels of drinks when comparing options. There are countless off-brands out there that are presenting low-quality, poorly dosed formulas that amount to expensive caffeine water. Every formula they produce is designed with optimal levels of high-quality ingredients. Additionally, you won't find a powdered gaming drink brand that dissolves better. No need to have chalky textures in your drink. Their taste profiles are unmatched, specifically designed for gamers, athletes, students, entrepreneurs, people with hectic schedules, individuals with low energy, podcasters who can't shut up, people who are health conscious, and so much more. Great as both a pre-workout and as a coffee energy drink replacement. Specifically designed every Rogue product line to be the best gaming drink on the planet. Rogue Energy, more focus, more wins.
use promo code WRESTLINGWITHE for 10% off your next purchase. And we are wrestling with WWE SummerSlam. It's next Saturday. It takes place in
Detroit at Ford Field, site of WrestleMania 23.
why did you have to jump in on there?
Because it sounded like you were having trouble remembering.
No, I was pulling it up. I was going to, pronounce it as I saw fit, but whatever.
Yeah, you don't like it, do you, you bitch? I love you.
That guy that wants to beat up Scooter Dust, his address is...
Would you stop giving Jeff Cobb my address?
Yeah, you wish. Well, anyway, it's next Saturday, and honestly, a little bit of a lackluster build-up. Other than, the main obvious one. Not a lot of build up for these matches. How did you feel about it, Scooter?
I mean, okay, Brock and Cody 3, Finn and Seth 3, uh, uh, another triple threat with Charlotte that Charlotte is probably going to win. Um, they see. Here's the thing: there aren't any new feeling matches. They're all just continuing feuds. I mean, Brock and Cody is the only one that feels acceptable to be at this, because it's a rubber match.
Right.
Finn and Seth feels like a mid card title feud. The World Heavyweight Championship doesn't feel like a World Heavyweight Championship, given how much emphasis they've been placing on mid card titles.
You're not entirely wrong about that.
I mean, they had a whole invitational tournament to determine who would face Austin Theory, and it should have been. I think it should have been Ray to counteract the fact that Dominic is a champion. What would piss Dominic off more? His father becoming a champion at the same time. But now Bianca, Asuka, and Charlotte. Okay, three Royal Rumble winners.
I mean, yeah, it doesn't feel like the big fight feel or the build up, especially considering what a great, build up we had for this year's WrestleMania. Um, Kaliko, do you feel the same?
I mean, it, it's stories, and everyone knows that we're there to watch the story. Now, if you're thinking of a match that feels fresh and new, personally, I think Logan Paul and Ricochet could have one hell of a show.
Yes, the Spot Fest.
Yes.
Yes, it is. But for Logan Paul to be in a Spot Fest match is crazy.
The question is, do the hands of Ironic Fate interfere, and do they end up injuring Logan Paul 5 minutes in?
Well, as long as I'm telling him to be Will Ospreay, he'll be okay.
I mean, okay, we've got 8 matches, including a SummerSlam Battle Royal, aka that's code for we don't know what to do with the rest of the talent, so fuck it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we have tribal combat.
But SummerSlam sells itself in a sense.
Well, then it's a war.
I mean, there's one match that's selling this pay per view or this
But
PLE, and we all know
it's
what that
true,
is.
and it's the story. But to me, SummerSlam never really been about.
Gunther and Drew McIntyre is selling the pay-per-view.
I think that this is about having, because SummerSlam always been like the indie-ish style show, so
Right.
I expect it to have a indie-ish style feel.
Let's get into it. The We Forgot You Existed Battle Royal. Who wins, Scooter?
Damn.
We who knows? Who fucking knows? Who fucking cares?
Is it men or women?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. It's other. So Nyla Rose.
Kaliko, who do you pick to win?
Who the hell is that?
Nobody knows. Everybody else who's not on the card.
I mean, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Can't figure out who the hell is.
Which means LA Knight.
Hmm.
Since based on what went down on SmackDown last night, Sheamus and LA Knight were arguing, so expect them to be the last two.
Well, then LA Knight.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Yeah.
Is there any chance Tiffany Stratton wins this match?
If her daddy buys it for her.
Hell yeah. Alright, Ronda Rousey versus Shayna Baszler. Who wins, Scooter?
You know, fuck Ronda Rousey. I never thought I would be in a position where I would actually like Shayna Baszler. The weird part about all of this is Shayna's, storyline feelings are all truths about how Ronda got her spot. This is beautiful storytelling.
You know, the ironic part of this was Shayna turned on Ronda, and
It made her a face.
exactly. Instead of becoming heel, she turned face in the eyes of the crowd.
Because the WWE fans really, I told you, LA was the turning point, bro. Like, I don't know what happened. When she got booed in her home, like, well, it's not her hometown because she's technically from, like, a little bit south of LA, but
Mars.
essentially her hometown, and they booed the shit out of her. Do you know how much you have to be hated for Charlotte Flair to get cheered and the crowd to cheer, "Thank you, Charlotte, for whooping her ass with a chair"?
They were like, you shouldn't have dated Turtle in the Entourage movie.
What? That's so random.
That's so Raven.
She was the host of WrestleMania 24. We always bring it around.
Well, she couldn't foresee this happening.
Scooter, who wins?
Oh God. You know, I love the storytelling here. I still hate the fucking match. That's sad. This is still a piss break match, unfortunately. And this will probably this will be the only time I will ever like Shayna Baszler, and probably the only time her face will not scare me. That being said, the right thing to do is to have Shayna make Ronda tap. That's never gonna fucking happen, though. It's Ronda by referee stoppage.
Kaliko.
I think we get NXT Shayna back. Baszler.
I'm going with Baszler as well. Probably not a submission win, but a 1-2-3 clean in the middle.
See, no, I would. It's either I really think there's a referee stoppage thing here, where I mean, unless they both knock, God, they both knock each other out, or because they're gonna stretch this. You
I
know
don't think
they
so.
are.
I think Ronda's after SummerSlam. She's out. She's not coming back.
Yeah. So you know what? Oh, God.
Yeah, she's on the hard out. She's trying to get back to the UFC since that dyke bitch that knocked her out done retired.
Uh,
I thought she was going back for more.
I must return to my home planet. My people need me. You know what? Baszler via submission. I'm changing it.
Right. Now we got Walter Gunter Starks versus Drew McIntyre for the Intercontinental Championship. Who wins?
If you're gonna make fun of their names, at least make it logical. Come on, man.
This is interesting. Drew's back. Does he lose his first match back?
Didn't he have a match with Leonardo da Vinci on Raw?
Leonardo da Vinci?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, boy, you are just the worst. What I'm saying is his first significant match. I mean, can Drew beat Gunther? Yes. Will Drew beat Gunther? Remains to be seen.
I mean, are we gonna have Tyson Fury leading everybody in Sweet Caroline after?
I mean, Gunther's been on a run.
I'm sorry. American Pie.
No, we're gonna have Tyson Fury sing Drew McIntyre out to Sweet Caroline.
No, American Pie, not Sweet Caroline.
What about Stifler?
It's probably gonna be a long walk. Maybe he could sing both.
Yeah, what's up, pie fucker?
So Kaliko.
Drew wins the match by pie fuckery?
That one time at band camp. So who wins the match, Kaliko?
I think Gunther, he's going to hold it for a bit longer. I think Gunther's going to... No, Drew by DQ. There you go.
Scooter.
It's gonna be Gunther, and it's gonna take it's gonna take the U.S., the U.K., and Russia to unite to bring Gunther down.
I feel like if they brought Drew McIntyre back, it wouldn't have been to job him out and make him look like a jabroni.
Oh, James, you naive American boy.
Well, let me rephrase that. Drew McIntyre wouldn't have came back if they were going to job him out and make him look like a jabroni.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, yeah.
So, I say McIntyre wins.
If McIntyre wins, I will eat my hat.
You don't have a hat.
I have a wool cap I wear for 9 months out of the year.
Well, get that That
I'll
find out.
I'll put it on I'll put it on my my Hulk Hogan grill.
Okay.
Fun fact: Hulk Hogan Grill he was actually presented with the George Foreman grill before George Foreman.
Yep.
He turned it down.
I had the George Foreman grill back when it first came out,
Ugh.
and then I drank the fat that dripped into that little thing.
Alright, next match. Ricochet versus Logan Paul.
No, he's Irish. Ricochet. Oh.
Who wins?
Ian? Ricochet versus you would think Ricochet. Logan Paul.
If he's gonna have another friggin' prime bottle mascot, and everyone's gonna think it's KSI. It's not. It's gonna be Jake, and KSI will come in and allow Logan Paul to get the victory.
I totally can see that happening.
If it was somebody bigger than Ricochet, at this point, all of Logan Paul's matches have been big matches for him. This is the first time he's the big star in the match, and he's helping putting somebody else over. And that's not
What?
Yeah.
He's not helping Ricochet over.
What crack What crack are you smoking, sir?
This match is happening because Ricochet saved his ass.
No, this match was already set up at
No, it wasn't.
They planned this match at the Royal Rumble. Logan Paul, you cannot deny that Logan Paul is actually a bigger star than Ricochet is at this point. No.
A bigger star, but he's not a better wrestler.
He's not a better wrestler. That's debatable, but
all right, let's see Logan
How the fuck is that debatable?
Let's see Logan Paul do a fake out when attempting to do a spot.
What I'm saying was the matches that he's had at this point would have put him over.
All I'm hearing is blah, 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 I'm a dirty tramp. I'm sorry, I watched Mr. D today.
What I'm trying to get at is Logan Paul, the matches that he had before this was to put him over. They were big matches for him against Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns.
So him versus The Miz was fucking big match.
I mean, it was only to get him through the door. This match with Ricochet, this match against Ricochet, it's not a big match for Logan Paul. It's a big match for Ricochet.
No, it's proving he can outspot Ricochet. That's the whole premise of this match: is who can be the biggest fucking idiot daredevil.
Well, I hope that they have the Guinness World Record there to record the world's longest gift.
This is the biggest flippy shit match that they're gonna have on the card.
This is gonna be the poster boy. This is either gonna be the poster boy match for Botchamania, or Braun Strowman comes back and turns on Ricochet.
Oh God, fuck no.
I have spoken it. It will happen.
Fuck you. This might
all right, fine. Goldberg will save Ricochet.
So Goldberg
straight ahead.
So Goldberg versus Logan Paul at the next pay-per-view.
Yep, and now Logan Paul has to carry Goldberg.
Is it in Saudi Arabia?
No, it's in Ethiopia at the Great Ethiopian Bash.
See, that's possible. Very plausible.
Alright, who wins? Logan Paul, Ricochet.
Whoever gets the most airline miles. So frequent flyer miles, yes.
First, should do a 640 win.
640?
Somebody's gonna bring out a 780. This might actually be.
First of all, it would. God, it would be 420. 500.
Stop doing that, Scudo.
You start doing math.
360, 720. That's why I said 640 because it just is a dumb. It's a dumb number.
630.
It's
And, there used to be somebody that did a 630. Terrell Clark. They used to call him Mr. 630. And Planet Mustafa Ali, he's Mr. 054, so he's dyslexic. He hit the 450. So I guess whoever could do the Tony Hawk thing and pull off a 900.
So who's that gonna
So
be?
basically, this is the X Games.
Yep.
Basically, this is the
all the
match that's gonna
ex-girlfriends
kill
will
Jim
be
Cornette
inside.
at this point. So
Spot Fest, the match.
who wins, Scudo?
Nobody wins me. I'm not on the line. I hear that silent laughter. I mean, Ricochet doesn't benefit whether he wins or loses. So Logan Paul.
Kaliko.
I told you, Logan Paul.
Alright, we got the Logan Paul. Fucking finally.
I bet said Logan Paul.
I'm not talking about you. You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, better chance of Mrs. Paul's fish sticks.
Oh, fish sticks. Oh, fish sticks. Oh, fish sticks.
What are you, a gay fish?
Next
No,
match.
Rocco's Modern Life.
I'm a motherfucking
Rocco's-
fucking lyrical wordsmith genius, motherfucker. That's a quote from Kanye.
Yeah, you're not actually wrong about that one. Alright, Santa Escobar versus Austin Theory for the United States Championship. Who
Really?
wins?
You couldn't go with Austin, Massachusetts? Really?
I didn't even
Austin,
know that
Texas.
Austin Theory is the name you actually say right. Ugh.
I mean, there's nothing. I didn't even know that there was a fucking Austin, Massachusetts.
There isn't! That's the funny part.
What the fuck?
Austin, Massachusetts, Boston, Texas. It's a play on words, motherfucker!
Play on words.
Who wins the match, Scooter?
My weed dealer. Yeah. I love how much Santos has been a face. But Theory is keeping it. If they end up, fighting all the way to Cleveland, maybe. But yeah, Theory retains.
Kaliko?
I'll go Escobar. Theory hasn't really been doing too much since he beat Cena.
Interesting. I think I'm gonna go with Escobar. No, I'm going with Theory as well. Alright.
Haters.
Our next match: Asuka versus Charlotte Flair versus Bianca Belair. For the WWE Women's Championship. Who wins, Spudo?
Charlotte is at what? 13 title reigns?
13 or 14?
I want to say 14. Either way, I think we're building up to the 17th happening at WrestleMania. I'm gonna say Charlotte.
I mean, if you're counting her NXT and her Divas Championship, then she's at.
They counted her. They're counting her Divas Championship. They're not counting the NXT.
Okay, then she's at 14.
Yep. So 15's here.
Kaliko?
It is very iffy. I'm trying to think. The women's Money in the Bank winner is Io Sky, right?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think. They teased the cash in before. I don't see it being cashed in on Rhea. I do see it being cashed in on either Charlotte or Asuka. Because Charlotte always gets cashed in on. For some odd reason, if she wins the title, she's getting cashed on.
What about
It's
Bianca?
Yes, that.
because every cash in has happened to Charlotte.
True.
With the exception of Becky Lynch giving up the title due to being pregnant, every other cash in has been on
And
Charlotte.
Or Ronda.
and Liv Morgan.
Oh
And
yeah, Ronda
Alexa.
Rousey.
Yeah.
Oh no! What? Oh yeah, never mind. But no.
Yep.
You're right. You're right. The
But
most
Alexa
cash-ins have happened to Charlotte. That's what I meant. Sorry.
it was cashed in against Ronda, but Alexa pinned Nia by Jax. She turned it into a triple threat. But yes, Charlotte's 15th reign is going to be much like Cena's 16th reign, very, very short.
I don't see Charlotte waste the championship on putting on Charlotte right now. Unless she's going to have a lengthy run with it up until like a Survivor Series or WrestleMania. Because I feel like this is leading towards Bianca and Charlotte at Mania and in Philadelphia. So
But would Bianca and Charlotte need the title? Because keep in mind, on the back end, there is the EO Asuka shit going down.
right. So I feel like if Bianca wins, Io's cashing in on her. If Charlotte wins, I don't think Charlotte's gonna win. Io could cash in on her, or Asuka just retains. And I feel like that would be the most logical thing to do right now because the rivalry really is with Bianca and Asuka.
And Charlotte should have never been anywhere near this match, quite honestly.
So I feel like Asuka needs to hold on to it until Bianca could take it back from her somewhere down the line, and then obviously Charlotte slides in and gets the title match. Whether that's at
Bianca,
WrestleMania or before WrestleMania is yet to be seen.
I don't see Bianca touching that title soon. She just had a whole goddamn damn near 2-year run.
Right, so I feel like Asuka makes the most sense for her to keep it.
That's what I said. Either Io's cashing in on Oscar or Charlotte.
Yeah.
Bianca's a non-factor.
Next match, Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar. Who wins here?
See,
Cody? Question mark.
there was something. I was trying to get Drew Gulak to bring this up on the sidecast last week. Yeah, with Brock attacking Cody in front of his mother. Why hasn't Cody abducted Sable?
Oh, God.
Like, or hell, Maya. Maybe he can fix her face. The fact that they haven't put any sort of unsanctioned fight on this.
As of right now, it's not. It's just a normal.
It's just a regular match.
Yeah.
Which that could very well change by next week.
It can.
But Cody is gonna finish this chapter of his story because he doesn't necessarily need that much building back up to being a title contender. But Cody to take the rubber match. Brock has been quite
Giving.
Yeah, more flexible with his losses lately. So, I mean, ironically, I suggested Cody should beat Brock in less than 86 seconds. To just really, really fucking hammer it home.
Well, that's definitely not going to happen.
I mean, yes, because then we might get Cody versus Goldberg. But the question is, this is supposed to be one of the 3 main events, and this one's not going on last.
No. So it's going on in the middle, probably.
Yeah, I don't think it's going on first either.
It could. Brock doesn't get paid by the hour, homie.
Oh, you're not wrong.
Yes, but having Cody first, I think, sets a bit of a high bar for the fans. And it would probably be downhill after that.
I mean,
and it wouldn't pick back. It wouldn't pick back up until Roman and Jay. I also think Ricochet and Logan's placement is important because, despite the fact that it's Logan Paul and Ricochet, fans are gonna want to see those spots.
Oh yeah.
So they're gonna be active for this.
Could be first.
That's what I'm thinking. Ricochet and Logan Paul is gonna be first, and then we ease in to more like a gradual build up. Cody Brock in the middle, Roman and Jay close it out.
Then where does Seth and
Finn and Seth can be before Roman and Jay and not be a problem. Considering that they're gonna tease a Damian cash in, and it's not gonna happen. Finn and Seth can go on before Cody Brock, before the main event, and not affect the flow of the night.
What about you, Kalika? Who wins Cody and Brock?
Cody's got to win. Brock gets nothing from it, and Brock's closer to retiring than doing anything else.
That brings us to the World Heavyweight title match. Seth freaking Rollins versus Finn Balor. Now, to Scooter's point, there's three main events. It's Cody, Lesnar, this one, and obviously the thing that's gonna go on last, the Roman and Jay. If this isn't the first match out, it's going to just basically ship on this title as just a secondary title that everybody said it was to begin with. Because Roman at this point, since he's won his championship, has only been on first or last the whole long way. And they're not giving this title that same treatment whatsoever. That being said, who wins? Seth or Finn Balor, Kalika?
I've been thinking about this the last couple days because to me, I see this as a lose-lose for Finn, and I think that's the way it's meant to be. Because when you look at how everyone in the Judgment Day is doing great except Finn,
Right?
and and he's feeling like he has to do something. So either he beats Seth and Damian cashes in on him, or Seth wins and Damian does what Finn couldn't do. But to me, either way, that's not good for Finn. So it's the Finn lemma.
The Finn Lemma.
What are the odds that Davey and Dominic and Rhea kick Finn out and bring Edge back as their leader?
I think that's pretty slim at this point.
Wouldn't put it past him. Shit.
I mean, this is going to lead to Finn doing something like really reckless after losing.
So you're going with Seth at this point.
Yeah, I think we all are.
Yeah, because the title's too new. Seth needs to be the guy to establish the damn thing.
My mindset is that they think using the Money in the Bank to cash in on it is gonna give it legitimacy.
Well, with both of you, I disagree. I say Finn Balor wins the title here at
Oh,
SummerSlam.
well, me and Kaliko will send you our regards after.
Hear me out. There's no more Bloodline, and WWE is looking at at Judgment Day to take the place of the Bloodline as the main faction in the company.
Oh, no.
Finn Rhea Ripley's your women's champion. Dominic's your North American champion. Damian Priest has the briefcase. If Balor loses, that breaks up Judgment Day. There is no more Judgment Day if Finn Balor loses. Finn Balor has to win in order for Judgment Day to continue. And I feel that's what they got the way that they're going.
No, they just get a new leader, as they so often do.
I never thought Finn Balor was the leader to begin with.
Finn has clearly always been the leader.
Not really.
Yeah, may in terms of performance, no, but in terms of
How they move, yes.
Yeah, where he's supposed to be in the pecking order, Finn is supposed to be at the top of Judgment Day.
Meh.
If you're seeing that, then that's a big that's like saying Arn Anderson was the leader of the Horsemen when it was always Ric Flair.
Right. Well, we shall see at SummerSlam for sure.
I mean, I think they're leading away from stables, or at least a dominant stable.
Well, hey, you got your pick, I got mine.
No Monopoly. Terrible game.
That brings us to the main event. Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso in tribal combat for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship and recognition as the Tribal Chief. Who wins, Kaliko?
Man, I can see Roman going, if I'm going to lose, it's going to be the family. The question is that if Jay wins, where do they go?
I mean, if Roman wins, where do they go?
Depends on how. It's to me, the belt, just like the last match, the belt is secondary to whooping that ass.
Correct.
I could totally see Jay winning this match without winning the title.
But the thing is, it's tribal combat, so we don't know the rules.
Probably just no disqualification, honestly.
And by the way, you gotta say it right.
But I feel like I think if that's the case, then that means there's gonna be a lot of more moving parts in this, like elders. I'm thinking Rikishi's gonna be in this bitch. I'm thinking Alpha and Sika's gonna be in this bitch. I think The Rock's mom's gonna be in this bitch.
Or is she gonna be the one that they're in? No.
I think Nia Jax's gonna be in this bitch. Tamina might come in this bitch.
No, Nia Jax is me. No.
Hell, Trinity might come in this bitch.
What's the Impact Women's Champion here doing in the SummerSlam zone?
So true.
Well, my personal feeling about it is Jay should win this match. This should be Jay's match to win the championship, finish the story. Last time I thought that was Cody, and they done fucked up at WrestleMania.
Well, they didn't fuck up because that wasn't Cody's story to finish.
Right. Well,
Cody's
hindsight.
story is with Seth, not with fucking. I kept telling y'all that Cody's story is with Seth, not with fucking Roman.
Well, that was hindsight. It was.
No, it wasn't hindsight. I told you that.
No, but I'm saying at WrestleMania, we were all pretty unanimous. Cody was going to win. He didn't. Now
We didn't. I didn't say Cody was gonna win it.
you remember? It was a long time ago.
Run the tape.
Well, definitively, Kaliko, who wins this match?
Double count out. Oh shit! It's a corner. It's a toss 'em. You literally could pick one or the other. Jay should win.
Yes.
The question is Jay gonna win? Because
Probably not.
keep in mind the story now is that Roman has now seen that he can lose. Right?
Right.
So the question is, do you believe Roman is going to lose 2 times in a row to the same motherfucker?
Probably not.
Then there's your answer. Roman motherfucker.
Scooter?
If I could be serious for a minute. Well, who the hell am I kidding? There's 2 ways I think this goes down. One is the long game by Jay comes to fruition, and Solo finally sides with his brothers.
I don't think we're at that point yet.
Or Jay just wins. And Solo is his first defense.
Ooh, interesting.
That would, I think, make the most sense if Jay were to win. Now, this is 3 years worth of storytelling.
Yes.
This is literally 3 years worth of storytelling. And what have I been saying? Roman has to lose everything. He's gotta appear that he's at his most vulnerable, and getting pinned for the first time in 3 years. That does that to a man like Roman. It puts fear in him. So, the question is, does the Samoan dynasty side with Roman or Jay? Do the elders, Alpha and Sika, see what Roman is doing, and what Roman has done to his family all along, and abandon him in favor of Jay, who, in winning the title, would make it probably the most popular moment of WWE's 2023, and maybe the most popular moment for the WWE in the last 3 years. If Roman wins, I don't think there's anything left. That it's like there's nothing else for that can make it look like Roman is a force that can be stopped. He's either stopped here or he doesn't stop. I've been, and all of us, we've all hoped that it was time. And you know what? I'm going to put my hope back up there again. Jay wins. And the pop that he'll get if he wins will be louder than CM Punk's return in Chicago or Cody's return at 38.
Alright.
My only question is that what do you mean by what the family has seen Roman done? Because I can make the argument that Roman, in his eyes, is been betrayed because he hasn't betrayed anybody. Has he mistreated people? Yes, but has he ever betrayed anybody?
No, I remember.
I mean, would you call beating up on Jimmy a betrayal?
No, that was to get him to fall in line because he wasn't acknowledging him.
Oh, okay, so it depends on your definition of a betrayal then. See, could the family decide that they respect Jay's ability to stand up to Roman?
Well, it's not about that. That's why they're having tribal combat.
Then it's just about winning or losing, and it doesn't mean shit.
This is essentially Wakanda. I'm the Black Panther. Challenge me for the Black Panther title. That's this.
And Paul Heyman will show up saying the Black Panther sends his regards.
Exactly. So, but if Jey Uso beats Roman, then the elders will have no option but to acknowledge him as the tribal chief because he beat Roman.
That's
Not true. Not true.
And if we're really splitting hairs here, you could make the argument that since Jimmy and Jay have been around longer, that one of them should be tribal chief.
Now we're just going way too down the rabbit hole at this point.
This whole thing has been a rabbit hole. That's what is not being understood.
True.
You have to account for every single thing. And would Roman's family perceive his loss as weakness? That first loss.
Oh, okay.
That first loss as weakness. And then do they see the fact that he was manipulating his family?
But they wouldn't have been. They would have said something by now if it was an issue.
No. Keep in mind, the last time we saw the Elders was at Roman and Jay's first match. Second, technically. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's likely we're going to see them again.
At the end of this match.
But I think we're going to see a united Samoan dynasty. And Jay is going to be lifted on their shoulders.
I think we might be a divided Samoan dynasty.
That's also
because Rikishi could easily go, "Oh, my son's the man now," and Alpha Sika can go, "Nah, just because he loses one or two doesn't mean that he's off his shit."
Now, I could see Roman losing and then going berserk on the entire family.
Ooh.
He's had no problems assaulting his own cousins. Who says he wouldn't assault his own dad? Or his uncle?
I mean, honestly, they assaulted him first.
Roman has to go insane.
That is true. The king has to be the last to know. So that's where the semantics is at.
It's the madness of King George. That's what this is. A tyrant who is so afraid of losing his power that he makes up any reason to keep it. For all we know, tribal combat will be something where the rules change every couple of minutes to suit Roman.
But I mean, Jay was the one that suggested it.
Well, then there has to be a plan here.
I mean, we shall see. I think that will conclude our coverage.
You know what? Logan Paul beats Roman. That's what I think.
And then Damian Priest comes and cashes in the briefcase.
And then Io Sky cashes in on Damian.
There you go. That's your SummerSlam finish.
Perfect. Mwah! Chef's kiss.
That will conclude our coverage of SummerSlam. Join us in 2 weeks as we review it. As next week we will be recording before the show is actually on. So we will have some more G1 Climax action for you next week as well.
Climax of the climax.
Of course, that will conclude this episode as a whole. Thank you for listening. If you like what we're doing, please like, subscribe, comment. We're on YouTube and Castbox. This was sponsored by Rogue Energy and Player One Coffee. Join us this Tuesday as we interview Eden Rise. This Wednesday as we interview Sabrina Kyle. And every Tuesday and Wednesday for new incredible interviews. Follow the show at Wrestling with E, both on Twitter and Instagram for information on who we're interviewing, when we're interviewing them, links to those interviews, and so much more. Follow me personally at JamesJ993. Where can we find Kaliko?
Finally off the train at I Am Kaliko.
And where can we find Scooter?
You can find me on X. Yes, that's now the name of the app. at Scooter Dust. Of course, keep an eye on social medias for any upcoming news on the remix. It is coming back, I swear. I just have to find the right way to do it. And of course, you can find me training for the G2 also, and revel in all my Dungeons and Dragons antics along with Rico Constantino Jr. and the rest of the Smoking Dragons clan on twitch.tv/Smoking Dragons.
Alright, for Coleco Yachts and Scooter Dust, I'm James J, and this has been Wrestling with Entertainment.
Hey folks, this is the Colossal Mike Law, and you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment. Enjoy the show, support these guys. We appreciate it very much. We'll see you at ringside.